Alright, check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World and I'm Blue Devil. What we got going on today is part 2 of this Mr. Capone beef with SPM. If you guys recall, yesterday I did a video of some guy from the hot seat calling out Capone for being a rapist. And now he got proof. So we're going to do a part 2. But before we get into that video, if you guys are new to the Hater World, make sure you go over, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, like the video, and most importantly, leave me a comment down below. And let me know if you like what I'm doing or whether you don't. And salute to all my day ones. You guys already know, nothing but love. But check this out. This video was sent to my Instagram at TheHaterWorld. If you don't follow me, make sure you do so. We got all the behind the scenes footage right there. But other than that, I guess this fool from the hot seat mentioned my name. And that's why they sent me the video. If you guys recall, yesterday's video was about Capone and how he got rape allegations from some females when he goes out of state and does the tours, right? And yesterday they were all he say, she say. But now this hot seat guy said that he got proof, right? Let me say one thing before we get into the video, okay? I know a lot of people question Capone for not being Mexican. They question him for not being righteous, supposedly, right? Let me say this. I'm not backing up Capone. I can give a fuck about Mr. Capone. I can give a fuck about anybody from high power. I can give a fuck about the guy from Texas. I don't give a shit. None of them fools pay my bills. None of them fools put food on my table. So I really don't give a shit. These videos are made for entertainment purposes and for the people watching the video, right? Why? Because I'm a YouTuber. But let me tell you something. I had a homie here yesterday. Very, very solid individual, right? You guys will see him shortly on my Southside Storiez. But he told me Mr. Capone is a solid motherfucker, right? He said Capone is really where he says he's from. And he says that Capone really is with the business, right? And this fool grew up with him. And this fool right here, you wouldn't be questioning him if he said what he said. My boy is a real solid fool with plugs. That's all I'm going to say. And those that know. And when you see him on the Southside Storiez, then you'll probably put 2 and 2 together and you probably won't question Capone again. But I'm not saying that to back that motherfucker up. I don't give a shit. I'm not saying that to be on his side. I'm not saying that because he's a blue rag. I'm not saying because of anything. I'm very unbiased. I'm going to call it how it is. And if you bullshitting, that's what we going to call it. If you're speaking facts, we going to say they facts. And once again, let me say this one more time. I don't do no research. I don't do no fucking investigating. I don't go and look shit up. That ain't me. You send me a video, I'll analyze the video. I'll talk about the video. I'll break it down. And that is it. Nothing more, nothing less. So when fools be saying, oh, you ain't got the facts. You ain't got this. Listen, homie. I don't give a fuck about the facts. I'm analyzing the video in front of me. And that's it. You want to send me a video to analyze some more shit? Send it over at TheHaterWorld. But again, let's go ahead and watch this video and give you guys a Southsider's reaction. All right? Let's get it.
I've seen another podcaster, the Southsider, or Blue Devil, or whatever his name is. He doesn't know who I am, so he's asking people if they know who I am and if I'm a reliable source. Blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't know who I am. If you tune in, drop a comment, let me know where you're at. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this real quick before
I still don't know who that is. He didn't say who he was. And he didn't say if he was a reliable source. Again, if anybody knows if this guy is related to Dope House or signed to the Dope House or even actually a family or friend, let me know. I don't even know if he's a fan or if he's just, somebody under Dope House Records. Alright, but let's keep going.
tonight. We have a podcaster on there asking questions, and then he did a review on one of my videos, and that's cool. So basically, I just wanted to address some of the stuff that he was saying. He's saying that there's no paperwork on Mr. Capone.
That looks like a Photoshop. I don't know if it's Photoshop or not. Somebody let me know. But even then, if it's not Photoshop, let me explain something to you guys, alright? When you famous, you take pictures with the entire world. I'm nobody. And the other day I was at the mall and some fool wanted to take a photo, him and his son. And I took a photo with both of them, then I took a photo just with the son. You know? I mean, what the fuck? I don't think that really means anything. And especially these motherfuckers that are famous as fuck, they be taking pictures with kids, babies, women, married women, you call it. So I don't know what a photo is supposed to prove. But let's keep going.
Being a child molester and stuff like that. But yeah, you guys are using that to defend the man because there's no paperwork yet.
Check it out. I ain't defending nobody. I said it earlier. I don't give a fuck about no Mr. Capone. And I don't give a fuck about no Mr. Hot Seat. Right? I'm just here calling it like I see it. I ain't defending a goddamn person. Listen, I've said it before. Every man has a set of nuts. He can grab them nuts and do whatever the fuck he wants to do. I got my own, right? So I take care of my own shit. But I guess what he's showing us here is screenshots of women that is calling out Mr. Capone, right? They're all calling them out. Let's keep going.
You get that? Yet. There's no paperwork yet. But there's a lot of people coming up. It's kind of odd that you got people from Colorado, Utah, even Texas and El Paso.
All right. Check this out. Check this out. They're trying to discredit Capone for being a weirdo, right? Or having weirdo activities, right? Maybe he does. Maybe he don't. None of us really fucking know. I don't know. You don't know. The thousands of people watching don't know. The only people that actually know is Mr. Capone. And if he's done some weirdo shit, then the females he's done it with, right? Nobody will ever know. Just like SPM. Nobody will know. So all these people that are saying, oh, you don't know, bro. He got convicted falsely. Listen, you don't fucking know. You don't know. You think you know. You think you know. Just like we think that he's guilty, you think that he's innocent, but the only people that know is SPM and the women. That is it. Right? Okay. So they're trying to discredit Capone for being this weirdo, right? But does that take away from what SPM has done? You know? Okay, just say Capone's a weirdo, right? Just say he is. That means that SPM's a weirdo too. It doesn't change. Just because Capone's a weirdo doesn't mean that SPM's no longer a weirdo. Come on. You know. But again, all these are allegations on Mr. Capone. And it ain't even about the black and white. It ain't even about the black and white. Just say there's no black and white. Where's the evidence? You know. But let's keep going.
Mexico, all these different places, you have women coming forward saying that they were young, or even the young ones are coming forward saying that Mr. Capone was partying with them. Or
so here we go. Right here, we got a hyena named Lina Jimenez 659. She commented, laughing my ass off. Mr. Capone tried to ask me personally to go party with him when I was 15 years old. How old is she now? Right? Listen, if that is true, then I don't understand why she didn't go file a police report. Right? Now, let me say this. It just sounds like I'm fucking backing up Capone, and I'm not. Right? But just put yourself in his situation, right? That's what I do all the time. In the last video, I put myself in Milk's situation. Now I'm putting myself in Capone's situation, right? When you a motherfucker with money, right? You could have... people can come after you, right? So, you could say the same shit with SPM, right? Alright. The difference is that SPM actually got convicted by a judge. And there was people that came through, made statements and all that. What we're watching right now, what we're looking at these screenshots, these are just screen names with a photo. We don't know if there's an actual person. And it sounds like I'm making a fucking excuse, but I'm not. These can be bots. this fool here or somebody else could have paid all these people to come out, make screen names, and go make posts. You don't think that could happen? I'll tell you guys like this. I had a business. Well, I still do, but the previous business that I had some dude that didn't like me. And they started making up all these fake reviews. Bam, 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 bam. And I was like, God damn, this fool had his mom, his brother, his cousin, his nephew, his uncle. I'm like, fool, I'll take the one from you because that's who I did business with and it just didn't work out. But you got all these people fucking with me? And that's because he didn't get his way. You know? So, all these people that are here can be butthurt because they didn't get on the high-powered bus. They can be mad for, whatever reasons. I mean, the reasons are endless. All I'm saying is that a screen name with a text on it is not fucking proof or evidence or anything to discredit somebody or smut somebody up. And any literate motherfucker out there, any motherfucker with a little bit of brain, understands that that is not evidence or proof. That is just a fucking screen name. And again, I'll keep repeating this throughout the whole video. I ain't backing up Capone for shit. Once I see some that I know that motherfucker is guilty of it, shit, I ain't got no problem. But I know a lot of you motherfuckers wouldn't like it if somebody just came through and said, hey, I saw a comment. Somebody said you're a weirdo. Like, who the fuck is that guy? But let's keep going.
Taking them to the hotel and stuff like that. Like, I get to taking the pictures with the fans on the tour bus. Take them for a little ride or whatever you're doing, because was one of the excuses that they gave out is that, oh, he does that with everybody. He takes them on a little ride or whatever, and that's understandable. But to sit there and take a 15-year-old to your hotel room, that's a whole other subject. So I just wanted to clear that up. I know everybody wants paperwork, but this is the beginning of something, and I feel like...
Check that out. Mr. Capone, if you're watching this video, take that shit seriously. What this vato just said. Okay? He said, this is just the beginning. Okay? This is the beginning of something. Okay? It sounds like this fool is plotting. Okay? Let me tell you guys something. I would be on my toes if I was Capone right now. Okay? I would be on my toes because Texas hates Capone right now. Texas wants to fucking hang Capone right now, right? Alright. So, they'll do anything right now to hang that fool for SPM, right? So, you never know if one of these hyenas be making a fake statement just to fucking get him, right? Just to get him. And it could happen. Right? It's a scary thing. Envy and jealousy is a scary thing. And I know what people are going to say. That's what happened to SPM. Hey, listen. I believe you believe that. And I ain't got no issue with SPM. I don't give a fuck. Right? But if the judge fucking said, you know what, homie? You did that shit, you fucking weirdo. That's what I got to go with for now. Until some changes. And if I'm wrong, I take that shit back. But as far as right now, if anybody wants to see the official paperwork and the countless cases that came forward with SPM, go to American Cholo's podcast. I'll put his link in the description, right? Go to his podcast. He calls it all out, But let's keep going.
Just because there's no paperwork now, do we ignore the women that have came forward? No, we don't ignore that, especially if it's coming from everywhere.
Once again, these women didn't come forward. They didn't come forward for the right reasons. They came forward for clout. Lina Jimenez got the clout because now I'm speaking about her. Did she come forward for the right reasons and go hit up the Judas and be like, hey, Mr. Capone touched my little... Of course not. Why? Because it probably didn't happen. But she's seen a little opportunity to get her face out there. And listen, if I'm wrong, I apologize, Mrs. Lena. But as far as right now, this is just a screen name. Alright? Let's keep going.
It's obvious. It's like I would understand if it was one person coming forward saying something, but if they're coming forward from every fucking angle.
Again, this vato right here, he needs to choose his words wisely. I said it in the last video. He just said, if you got women from all angles coming through, ain't that what happened to SPM? Didn't he have the 13-year-old? Hold on, this phone's ringing. Didn't he have the 13-year-old and then the 9-year-old and then a bunch of women coming from every angle? Listen, like I said, when I speak about SPM, I'm going based off what I read. A lot of you guys be like, baby bash this, baby bash that. That's his homeboy, bro. Like, he's supposed to stick up for him, you know? When your homie murders somebody, you be like, he didn't do it. That's my boy. I know him too well. He didn't do that shit. You know, like, come on. You gotta have an unbiased opinion. You know? But it is what it is. These are touchy subjects because all the SPM fans are gonna be on my neck. Even though I'm not saying anything wrong, I'm not disrespecting SPM's legacy or none of that shit. All I'm saying is that what I read is what I go based off of. And with Capone, there's really nothing there, you know, nothing cemented in stone. All she say, he say. But let's keep going.
It's a fucking problem, you know what I mean? And we don't just sweep it under the rug. That's bullshit. So y'all can say, oh yeah, sweep it under the rug because there's no paperwork yet. But no, I feel like it needs to be addressed. And some of these girls' names are on the on the comments. And it was brought to my attention. And yeah, I'm gonna address it because he allegedly is being saying, you know, people are saying that he's a fucking molester. So
check it out, bro. I'm gonna just kill this right here. I'm not gonna keep going because let me tell this vato right here, right? This fucking guy. You're lame, motherfucker. Let me tell you why you're a lame motherfucker, right? Alright. And I don't like to disrespect nobody, but you lame. Let me tell you why you're lame. People go in my comments and be like, oh, Blue Devil's not a Southsider. Fucking lie. Blue Devil ain't Mexican. A fucking lie. Blue Devil ain't from the streets. A fucking lie. Blue Devil this, Blue Devil that, Blue Devil. It's a fucking lie. Okay? This is the type of guy that will believe everything he reads in the comments. Believe me, when I see people in the comments, I don't believe shit. I don't believe none of it. You know how that saying goes, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. You know, when I see people disrespect other people in comments, I don't believe none of it until I witness it myself. This guy believes the comment section. You know, if somebody were to go in there and say, hey, Capone fucking dated Kim Kardashian, would you believe that shit? Would you believe that shit? I wouldn't, but you will. You're showing me you will right now. You're showing me you will by believing all these fucking comments from women. You know, and like I said, I understand that it's your job to disrespect your opposition. Cool. But right now you're just smutting the motherfucker up, bro. Like, you're smutting somebody up with no proof or evidence. Instead of gathering the shit together, doing your research, getting it all done up, and then maybe presenting some to the internet. You know. And I ain't hanging from nobody's nuts. I don't give a fuck. But I think it's my duty and my job to be here in the middle and be the referee. Because we got everybody running wild on the internet nowadays. You got fools that'll run with what they read, like this motherfucker. You know? And then you got fools that'll be making up stories for no fucking reason. You know? All we can say is that what SPM is busted for is there. It's there on paperwork, is there in the fucking news, is there by the judge, the people that he did it to are there. Like, it's all there. Physically, it's all there. Even if there wasn't no DNA and all this shit, but it's there, right? It's a case that was built. It's there. Capone, all you got are comments. Get the fuck out of here. But I called this guy lame for his actions, right? Maybe he's not lame as a person or his get down as far as like being from the streets, but his fucking actions right here for believing these fucking comments make him lame. You know, that says a lot about your character. You know, but fuck it. I'm gonna kill this video where I lay and call it a day. I don't want to see no disrespect down at the bottom. I want you motherfuckers to think before you comment. Even if you don't like Capone, even if you don't respect Capone, you gotta respect the fact that at least, he ain't got no weirdo charges. He ain't no fucking PC. He ain't no Deuce 5. He ain't no dropout. You gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. Motherfuckers be like, oh, he's not Mexican, he's Pakistani. Don't matter, fool. You know how many homies from the Southside are out there that are not fucking Mexican? Like, that don't matter. And again, I'm not backing nobody up, but you motherfuckers need to wisen up and realize we got too many fake motherfuckers out there nowadays. Now, all this business situation, him and High Power and robbing his artists, listen, that's a business thing. Most of you motherfuckers couldn't even understand business to begin with. So that's not for nobody to speak except for him and the artist. You know, maybe he don't do good business. Maybe his business is whack. But listen, that's between him, his company, and the artist. You know, that's their fucking pedo. But fuck it. I'm going to kill this video where it lay and call it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram at TheHaterWorld. Make sure you guys visit the website and fucking purchase some gear. Support the channel. We going up. We about to hit 20K. And then our next goal will be 50. You guys already know. Nothing but love. But other than that, I'm Blue Devil. This has been a TheHaterWorld production. And we out.